Coming up on DITV, we'll tell you reactions about the newly released Black Panther film.
And later, we'll give you a recap of the job and internship fair on campus.
We have updates from the men's basketball team's game against Minnesota.
And highlights from the women's game on the road at Rutgers.
This week will be one of the warmest weeks in this winter. Find out more in weather.
We've got all that and more coming up on this Thursday morning edition of DITV.
Don't go anywhere. DITV starts right now.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Kaylin Cluck.
And I'm Sydney Zatz.
We begin with news that Iowa City schools may soon offer an active shooter training class. Local school administrators are revisiting how teachers, staff, and children should conduct themselves in case of violence in Iowa City schools. Superintendent Steve Murley has said a meeting will take place to discuss age-appropriate active training. Quote, based on feedback that we've got from parents after the incident in Florida, we'll work with law enforcement to make sure that there's opportunities for us to do some type of training with our student body, end quote. This news comes a week after the Douglas High School shooting in Florida took place. Stick with DITV as we'll keep you updated on this story.
University of Northern Iowa students held a rally on campus against gun violence. Sophomore Emily Paul organized the event as part of a national effort to walk out of classes. Attendees were encouraged to contact the elected representatives with their concerns of gun violence. Paul suggested reaching out to Republicans Joni Ernst and Chuck Grassley as they're, quote, feeding the problem, end quote. According to gunviolencearchive.org, there have been over 7,000 incidents of gun violence in 2018, along with 34 mass shootings.
Iowa is one of 7 states to be without a state fossil, but that could change soon. The UI Earth and Environmental Sciences Department is pushing for the creation of a state fossil. They are suggesting crinoid as the best choice. A crinoid resembles a flower and is known as a sea lily. They are marine animals and have been around for approximately 400 million years. Many of their fossils can be found in Iowa. Check out the Daily Iowa newspaper, where reporter Audit Tanby writes a detailed story on this news topic.
A new study by the UI is testing pig joints and ankles in arthritis research. UI scientists, doctors, and engineers use mini pigs to testing arthritis medicine that will eventually be used by humans. The study was funded by the National Institute of Health and the Department of Defense. Biomedical engineer James Martin says the Defense Department is intrigued by joint injury research, since so many soldiers suffer from arthritis later in life. For more information on this story, you can read Brooklyn Drazy's story on the front page of this morning's Daily Iowa newspaper.
And Black Panther has become an incredibly popular and powerful film. But for the Afro-American house on campus, the film carries a significance that is more personal. DITV News reporter Kennedy Cook reports with more.
Marvel Studios' 18th superhero movie, Black Panther, tells the story of Wakandian leader T'Challa, whose claim to the throne is challenged by Killmonger, who has motivations grounded in his zeal to correct a great injustice. The film traces an African superhero and his reign, one in which the Black community here at the University of Iowa found extremely noteworthy. So noteworthy, in fact, members of the Black Student Union pieced together a screening of Black Panther that allowed 75 students the chance to view the film on opening night. This trip was the conclusion of Black Superhero Week, which consisted of events that created awareness of the daily superheroes we have among us. I had the opportunity to stop by the African American Cultural Center to discuss with event organizer Jamal Nelson the goal behind this trip.
So I think my main outcome was for that transformative experience, that opportunity where, like how I have, after this, someone wants to do the same, and that they want to give back to the people that they'll be around, but also it was to have fun, it was to have that commemorative effect.
University of Iowa junior Nate Robinson shared with me the significance that Black Panther plays amongst Black college students.
The message that the story told was something that none of us knew going into it, but it was so great for us to be there and hear just the whole idea of Pan-Africanism and just, that idea of finding unity amongst the whole Black community, amongst everybody who originates from Africa, and just seeing the different thoughts that the film represented.
Reporting from the Sycamore Mall, this is Kennedy Cook with DITV News.
Wakanda forever.
Keeling, I keep hearing reports of freezing rain in the forecast, but at the same time, yesterday was a few days ago, it was about 40 degrees. I don't know what to expect anymore.
I know there might be possible snow, but I'm not sure. But we've got Jinyook Kim in the weather studio to let us know. Jinyook?
Thanks, guys. It looks like spring is coming on its way because this week is much warmer than past few weeks. Today we're seeing mid-30s at noon with cloudy skies. Unfortunately, we're also seeing light rain showers at night. The temps will still be around mid-30s. Now let's head over to our extended forecast. The reason why I pointed out this week is different from past weeks is because the temps on every single day will reach above 40s. However, be cautious that there are some expectations of rain showers on several days. Tomorrow we are looking at partly cloudy skies with the temps reaching from high 20s to low 40s. Saturday will be a rainy day as we're seeing 80% of precipitation. The temps will range from high 20s to mid 40s. Rain and clouds will begin to move away from Sunday and the temps will remain pretty similar to Saturdays. And from next week, Monday, we are looking at sunny skies with the temps reaching around high of 49 and low of 28 degrees. And eventually you will be able to feel above 50 degrees with sunshine on Tuesday. The temps will later drop down to mid-30s. After this Saturday, it will be a good time for you to go out and enjoy warmer temperatures under sunny skies. Then what about picnic with your lovers? That's your weather for this week. Sydney and Kaylin, back to you.
Thanks, Jinyook. The heart of the Iowa City community will be going through a major update. Reconstruction plans for the Ped Mall have been approved by the Iowa City City Council. The cost of the project will be upwards of $6.8 million. Bricks have shown signs of being worn down, and this has become a safety issue. New amenities for the Ped Mall will include more benches, tables, chairs, and lighting. Construction is expected to begin in April and continue through 2019.
There will be another downtown restaurant undergoing a change in the future. Longtime Iowa City favorite Atlas Restaurant will face a complete shift with a new menu, new concept, and new name. The new name will be St. Birch Tavern, and the goal is to create an atmosphere for everyone. Remodeling at Atlas will begin next month.
The Pomerantz Career Center held the Spring 2018 Job Internship Fair yesterday at the Iowa Memorial Union. Reporter Lauren Varell has more.
The Spring 2018 Job and Internship Fair occurred yesterday, bringing 169 employers to the Iowa Memorial Union. Employers were recruiting for both full-time positions and internships. This event is open to students of all majors and years. I spoke with students who attended the fair to find out the best time for students to begin attending events like this.
Come here as early as you can. Don't be like me coming here for your first year. Definitely try to get your name out here as early as you can, whether you're freshman, sophomore, it does not matter.
By swiping their student ID, students would check in and receive a name tag with their name, major, and year of graduation. Employers were registered with the Pomerantz Career Center at the University of Iowa. Some employers have been attending this event regularly, and others are brand new.
We sent out an invitation. We mention it when we're meeting with employers. We do a lot of traveling and meeting with employers, and it's also on our website. So we do have employers that just find out about it as they're getting ready to hire.
The goal of this event is to help as many students as possible network and get professional opportunities. I talked to employers about the advice they have for students to ensure a great first impression.
Do a little research before you come up to the booth. Definitely have a lot of questions prepared. Shows you're interested in the company and in the role that's being offered.
Pursue your passions. Stick with it. Get involved in your community, network, and of course, come talk to Country Financial. Be confident. Have an idea of what you're looking for. Ask questions. Don't hesitate to be inquisitive. And really just be yourself. And have a sense of confidence.
Reporting from the Iowa Memorial Union, this is Lauren Varell, DITV News.
Sorry about those technical difficulties. Kaylin, the Olympics are nearly over, but Hawkeye Sports is definitely here to stay.
And I'm so grateful for that. And we've got Bolin Taylor in the sports studio to tell us what we can expect this weekend in Hawkeye Sports. Guys?
Thanks, ladies. Well, first we'll start off with a little Hawkeye men's basketball, whose season is getting ready to come to a close.
Yeah, and postseason starting up, but probably won't see much from the Hawkeyes there. After falling to last place in the Big Ten following a loss to Indiana, the Iowa men's basketball team was back on the road last night at Minnesota.
Iowa got off to a rough start in this one with this turnover that Nate Mason brings down the court for a dunk from Jordan Murphy. Iowa was down 22-2 at one point, but went into half only down 31-19.
Now in the second, Macy Daly inbounds it to Luca Garza. He gives it back to Bailey. Bailey is going to find Tyler Cook here, who slams this one home, but Cook not enough. Iowa fell in this one 86-82.
Down and, mixed our fast break and our motion and our set plays and moved the ball and then shared the offense. And we only had one basket for the longest time. Nobody seemed to be able to make anything. And then once we settled down, then I thought, okay, well, we'll get back in this thing, and we did. So proud of the way we fought.
Iowa will face Northwestern this Sunday for their final home game of the season. Be sure to tune into DITV for Monday for highlights from that game.
Now switching over to the women's basketball, the Lady Hawks were hot off a 5-game win streak as they traveled to New Jersey last night to face Rutgers in a matchup between two of the hottest teams in the Big Ten.
In the first half for the easy bucket. And here Alexis Civilian hits the corner three. Iowa went into the half down 26-19.
And we have Kathleen Doyle inbounding to Megan Gustafson, who hits the turnaround shot. Iowa and Rutgers ended regulation tied at 59. Alexis Civilian hits Mackenzie Meyer for a three, which helped the Hawks score 18 in overtime to take this one 77-67.
The Iowa women's basketball team will be back in Carver this Saturday for Senior Day, where they'll face Indiana Hoosiers before traveling to Indianapolis for the Big Ten tournament. Be sure to tune in to DITV next Wednesday for a special women's Big Ten tournament preview from our very own Mary-Kate Harrion and Lucy Rodine.
One freshman of the Iowa men's tennis team has made quite the impact on the tennis court this season in his efforts to lift his team to an NCAA tournament. With more is Will Silverstein.
Freshman Will Davies is adjusting from being an individual player to an all-around teammate in hopes of sending the Hawkeyes to the NCAA tournament.
I've always liked the team environment. Obviously in England we don't really do that as much. We have only a couple of events all year round where you play as a team. But as I said, I've always enjoyed being in a team role. And it's easy to just work not only for yourself but with all your other teammates, all obviously trying to achieve the same goal.
Head coach Ross Wilson is proud of the changes Davies is making, and last weekend's sweep was proof progress is happening.
Will's been a really good player for us the whole year. I mean, he's probably got maybe the most win total on the team. I think he's won the most matches in singles. Ball of energy out there, and started the singles off a little bit rough, but once he got his game together, being able to play a little more consistently and find his way into the net, build some momentum, he was really able to control the match pretty easily at the end.
Despite the patchy start, Davies is becoming one with the team.
So you've got to keep telling yourself that you're good, you deserve to be here. Obviously you need to give yourself a chance. And then obviously the teammates, they're always in your ear telling you good things, which also helps to build confidence. And as well as that, like the coach, obviously he's the one who puts you in at the end of the day, so he's shown a lot of faith in me by sticking with me.
Davies' impressive record is one the Hawks look to lean on in the Big Ten season. Reporting from the HTRC, this is Will Silverstein, DITV Sports.
The men's tennis team will return to Iowa City Friday, March 2nd when they take on Cornell University.
Now that's all from us at the sports studio.
And be sure to tune in tomorrow for updates from the Iowa baseball team as they head into their second week of the season.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, guys, and that's all we have for you on this Thursday. For DITV, I'm Kaylin Cluck.
And I'm Sydney Zatz. We'll see you here tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great day, Iowa City.